I've been steeling myself for this moment for the past few hours. I'm just not quite sure how much more of this I can take. It seems like every step forward is about 3 steps backwards, and honestly, I'm not quite sure why I'm bothering anymore. I'm sitting in the car, waiting to go down to the allotment. There's actually nothing stopping me going down to the allotment, except for the fact that I have a nearly clear line of sight towards the very top of the trees at the back of my allotment, and I can see fabric flapping. Do you know what that fabric is? The fabric from my shelter, which has now been destroyed again. The second shelter, I've had it up about a week, and it's been destroyed by another set of storms. Honestly, it's been so windy and so rainy and so cold. It's like bitterly cold. Apparently it's 7 degrees Celsius, but yeah, it's just horrible. So I'm going down to see how much of a polytunnel I have left. I know I don't have a shelter left. I can already see it flapping in the wind, but let's try and at least see if I have a polytunnel left. Oh, so annoying. Well, it's about as bad as I thought it would be. Slightly worse actually, because my poor old picnic table was also taking a battering. So annoying. So as much as this is actually terrible, I can see that the roof itself has no actual damage, which again, do know that it's terrible. Oh gosh, this is how windy it is. But I think I can salvage some of this and try for my next project. So let's see, shall we? So the problem with the polytunnel is the fact that all of the ties inside it, I'll show you in a second, have come off. I knew it was quite cheap when I bought it. Again, I didn't actually realise it was a whole polytunnel. So, okay. So what I've decided to do is use a few tools, see if I can actually strap it down. So I'm actually going to go over the top of the polytunnel to kind of hold the cover on. I have no idea if this is going to work, but what else am I going to do, eh? So here, as we can see, I've put a galvanised storm peg in there, and I've also put it over the pole as well, just to give it a bit of extra stability. And you can't really see it because of the label. So you can see here what I've done is I've hooked the bungee cord into this. This is actually the strap from probably the bottom of the first shelter. So this strap will actually be really strong, and because the bungee's got plenty of flex in it, it should allow the polytunnel to move a little bit whilst holding it down, which hopefully should be pretty good. We'll see. This is the one bit I'm actually worried about. It's kind of attached to this fence here. Definitely not the best option, but currently the only option I have. It's alright, it's going up down there. It looks a bit brutal, but it's actually doing a good job. I've made sure to keep this one on the outside so that it shouldn't poke through the polytunnel with any luck anyway. As if those bloody sloe bushes haven't done enough already. See that there? That's now a thorn in my wellies. So goodbye wellies, they're no longer waterproof either. I'm beginning to hate this, I tell you. Okay, so that took a heck of a lot less effort than I actually initially anticipated it would. I'm fairly confident that we're going to hold. I say fairly confident, I'm not 100% confident at all, especially as the other one is kind of hooked onto a fence. which is probably not the best place for it to be. However, at the moment, it's about as much as I can do. I'm considering tying it in the fence, but we will just have to see. As I can do, or at least I'm willing to today, to be honest. So I'm going to go and shove a pallet over the top of the now second dead gazebo, third dead gazebo. I think I'm giving up with gazebos for the minute. I'm going to go home because I've got to start work anyway, which is always fun. Oh, it's just a bit rubbish. If it wasn't a family-friendly channel, I probably would use a slightly stronger word than that. However, because I try and see the positive in everything, you see this thing here, which is the fruit cage that we've not done anything with at all. I've noticed that is actually staying up fairly well in the wind. So I'm thinking of recreating something similar down by the picnic table, and then making some sort of tarpaulin for the top. So that's my next plan. I'm probably going to leave it for a few weeks until the weather at least warms up and stops being so bloody windy. So windy. Right, going in.